let's talk about the Maruti Suzuki Jimny. It's been a while since it's been out, right? And we've put it on social media, we've done videos with it, and people, even after months, still ask us about it all the time. The intrigue, it's amazing. It's also the only car ever that my daughter has completely fallen in love with. She hates all the supercars I bring home, she hates all the luxury stuff I bring home, she even hates my classic cars and my SL. But this she loves. Maybe it's because it looks so cute, or maybe it's just the color.
Okay, before I talk about anything else, there is one thing that I've been meaning to say here on video for a while now.
It is one of the best urban cars you can buy in India today, period. You sit high, it's still sub 4 meters long, and it is narrow.
Which means you can fit through some really tight spaces, and because you have a raised ride height and great suspension, random speed breakers are welcome.
Aajao, sub speed breaker leke aajao. The only problem in that is, sometimes I get this weird urge and need in my body to climb over like a random divider. Which is why when you eventually do get your hands on one of these, the first thing that you need to do is head out there and find yourself a trail.
So here's what we are going to do. Find 3 trails. Trails that get more and more difficult. Trails that require more skill, more precision. Trails that will push the Jimny to its limits and then some.
You know how you start a meal with an appetizer? You start with a starter, right? An amuse-bouche. This trail is the amuse-bouche for the Jimny. The starter trail, the first trail we're going to attempt today. But it's so simple that I'm not even going to bother putting it into 4-wheel drive high, let alone 4-wheel drive low, because I know for a fact that the lovely ground clearance on the Jimny and the overall suspension setup just in general is going to make this trail just so easy. The Jimny is not even going to crack its knuckles. Now, I'm not going to tell you where this trail is. It's just 20 minutes from where our office is in Pune, and I'm going to give you a bit of a hint. It's on top of a hill, and there's a lovely little temple, very small temple, on top of that hill. So if you're really good at Google Maps, if you want to spend some time trying to research or search for this trail, have at it. But you won't get it out of me. Ooh. You know, it's worth coming all the way up here just to get that one perfect shot. Spectacular. This car's so damn photogenic. But I think it's time to sort of just turn it up a little bit, don't you think? And by up, I mean up, like much higher, like much higher. Okay, so we didn't give away our first trail location to you guys. So to compensate, I'm gonna give you in, or let you in, on a little bit of a secret. Always look out, always keep an eye out for hills that have a windmill farm on the top of them. Why? Because there will always be a great trail leading up to that farm, because at some point of time, big massive trucks with trailers had to go up those trails, and those trails will always be very pretty. Now this trail in particular is in Talegaon. It's about an hour outside of Pune, and it is a very well kept secret. But if you actually do look up on Google Maps, you will find it, and I encourage you to go and find it, because well, at the end of the day, I want you guys to go out and explore trails yourself and then come up with your own tales to tell. Now, another secret is if you come here on the weekend, you will find a group of bikers generally. But if you come here on a weekday, you will have the whole hill all to yourself. Okay, now I'm going to quickly give you an off-road driving tip. Never drive, or as far as possible, avoid driving with your thumbs inside the steering wheel. Why? Because when you're on a trail, if there's a rut and the wheel sort of follows that rut, the steering can actually snap at you. And that snap will break your finger. Public service announcement, isn't it? Ooh, here we are. Look at this. Just look at this. This one is even better than before, and to think we're only like an hour and a half or hour and 20 minutes outside some of the most densely populated pockets in the whole country. But you know what? I'm going to take a bit of a breather now, because once in a while, what you need is just let everything slow down. Let the world slow down around you. You know, there's this famous saying, it's not the destination, it's the journey. In this case though, I think it was a bit of both, wasn't it? Because that beautiful trail brought us here to tell you this beautiful tale. But for now, I'm going to zone out for a bit, because I need to. Because look at this. Oh, that said, there is more. There is one last little bit more. My mantra in life is singular. I must challenge myself. Otherwise, I get bored. And if I get bored, I get grumpy. And a grumpy Cyrus is not a very nice Cyrus. And that's why let's do one more trail. One final trail to complete the hat-trick, the trifecta. A trail which many regard as one of the spiritual homes of the off-road movement around Mumbai and Pune. The slopes of hell.
We show no mercy, got no limits. We don't apologize for winning.
This time around, I've taken no chances at all. No two-wheel drive bravery moments here. This thing has gone straight into four-wheel drive high. I don't think you need four-wheel drive low for this, maybe for apart from a few sections, but four-wheel drive high, just nice and slow, just the way I like it. You know, narrow trails like these are not for the faint of heart, especially those who love their cars and pamper them to no end, because as you can see, we're going past brush. But with a car like this, that's okay. I mean, a few scratches here and there don't really matter. You buy a car like this and you don't do stuff like this, then what's the point?
Three trails in one day, man. I love my job. Being paid to drive a cool car to cool places. How much better can this get?
Another trail conquered, another tale for me to tell my grandchildren. You know, all of us just want a legacy for ourselves, isn't it? And Maruti, well, with the Jimny, they've cemented that legacy with enthusiasts. Look, I know this is a very, very cliche line to make at the end of a video, but love it or hate it, you can't ignore it.